with your hand. You only can rescue me. This is my prayer. If you were mine, if you were mine, I wouldn't want to go to heaven.
7 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Good morning. Thank you for coming to the video. I'm over here choking. I apologize for that in advance. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another video. Today, as you guys see on the screen, who we are talking about, Justmecmb. I mean, my Jazzy life. Y'all, I don't know. Maybe this ain't the time of day for me. Good loud. Mm-mm-mm-mm. But welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome to another video. Today we are talking about um my Jazzy life. Let me go ahead and let y'all know up front. The link is available. Um but the primary purpose of this live is just to go over the documents from the court date. There's been so much said about this, and quite frankly, after my initial video, it was just like, okay, what's really going on? Someone came to me and asked me to check this out. Yeah, y'all, please hit that like button. And y'all know I like getting to the bottom of things, and it's not as some people think, because I just want to say or be negative to people or put their business out. We talk about these people, they come to us, they tell us things, and I'm the ask but verify individual. That's how I was trained. That's how that's just fair. They get paid for us listening to them. They get paid for us watching their channels. And quite frankly, they get paid for us talking about them. So we're just gonna verify that everything that was said was said. I do have the documents from the court, and so we're gonna talk about it today. Before we move forward, um, let me go ahead and honor my Mish MObb member of the day, Tracy. Miss Tracy, thank you so much for being a supporter of the channel. Thank you so much for just all your kind words, your support, and you just don't know how many times that um your words have made a difference for me personally when it comes to this channel. I mean, this is not something to where you're guaranteed anything. Like, you are really getting it out the mud every day that you put the effort into your channel, and sometimes you work so very hard and you don't see the fruits of the labor, and that can be difficult sometimes for people, myself included. I'm human, so I just appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. And guys, if you are looking for additional ways to support the channel, I can definitely give you some. Number one, the easiest way to support is hit that button. Hit that like button and support the live. You can also hit that subscribe button if you like content about mommies on the YouTube streets, trending topics, current events. Hit that subscribe button and be sure to turn on your post notifications. Also, guys, we do have a membership here on the channel that you can definitely become a part of if you so choose. Um, that's another great way to support the channel. So, if y'all haven't done so already, please hit that like button. Let me go ahead and give y'all a few seconds by playing my station break. I think I know. I touch that fire for you. I do that three, but so, like I said, today in the situation room, we have Jazzy Life. We are going over the documents to find out what really happened when it comes to this case that we have heard so much about over the last doggone, I'm going to say 6 months. She said the case is dismissed. Jasmine said that everything will be coming off of her record, that they said that she at least needs to do, um, what did she say? An anger management class. Um, and then that's it. She also said that I guess she alluded to the fact that basically she won the case. That everything's coming off her record, that she didn't do nothing, and it is what it is. This is what she said, and did she win? In a way, she did, and in a way, she didn't. And I'm going to explain what I mean. First of all, let me pull up the document. Um, the court case was very simple. It was it didn't last long for one. I was going to get a copy of the stenography for the uh, case, but quite frankly, it was so uneventful that it wasn't even necessary to do that. Let me see what y'all saying. Let me see, where was I at? Okay. Hey, Passion Lisa. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Sunrose. Let's see who else we got in here. Hey, Karen. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Teresa. I'll be in the bushes for a few minutes getting her. Okay, not a problem, love. Let's see who else I may have in here. Hey, Elson. We were just talking about Jasmine last night on Passion Lisa's channel. Hey, Miss Cheeks. Okay, so uh, let me pull this up. First of all, what Jasmine got was she said she did not plead. People said she got what did they say? A delayed adjudication. Yeah, deferred adjudication. Yes, it's technically a dismissal once the class is done. Um, that's not completely what she got. Well, I don't know. Maybe you could consider it that. The thing about it is different states call things different things. So, with that being the case, it makes a difference in the way we interpret the information. So that is one thing I want to say. I guess you could consider that she got a delayed adjudication. Now, instead of them saying that she had a plea bargain, they called it a memorandum of agreement. And a memorandum of agreement is an agreement between two people collaborating on something. So each person has to bring something to the table in order to collaborate. So for the sake of this video, I looked up memorandum of agreement versus a plea. And it says both of them, a memorandum of agreement, MOA, and a plea have legal significance. They differ fundamentally in the purpose, context, and enforceability. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I contacted the county clerk for Tarrant County and I asked them, when it comes to a memorandum of agreement and plea, in your county, is there a difference? And she said not really. They use them the same way, although they mean different things, right? Um, the only difference in Jasmine's situation, the memorandum of agreement versus plea, is this: at the end of a plea, you're either adjudicated guilty, or adjudicated not guilty. Jasmine, at the end of her agreement, will not be adjudicated at all. They will, if she does what she's supposed to, they'll dismiss the claim. There has been no adjudication at all, and that's why they didn't call it a plea deal. Because usually with a plea, you're saying you have to admit guilt, deny guilt, or accept punishment without guilt. She didn't do either. What she got was a null pros, which means that they elected to abandon adjudication as long as she does what they want her to do. So they didn't want to just let it go or drop or dismiss the way Jasmine wants us to feel that it is. That is not what they were okay with. So they did not continue to move forward in that manner. Their thing was, you getting in trouble. You did what you did, you had proof. We have proof, definitive proof, but it's really not that deep, but then it kind of is that deep. Um, so you are getting in trouble. And so that's why they did it. They said, but if you do the things that we ask of you, we will not cross you, which is drop everything. That's why she said it's dismissed. It's dismissed, y'all. It's not dismissed yet, though. As a matter of fact, the first thing the county clerk told me is this is still an open and active case, and it will not close until at least September if she does what she's supposed to do. So let me tell y'all what she needs to do. First of all, let me try to have some order here. I'm going back to the agreement versus memorandum, which I pretty much explained it. The major difference is that the memorandum, the both people collaborate, and at the end of it, there's not necessarily an adjudication. Um, the memorandum of agreements are typically part of civil matters, and pleas are typically part of criminal matters. But I guess because of the nature of this and the frivolous, I guess they don't really feel like that Jasmine ever intended to cause harm. So they probably said, look, we're going to slap her on the wrist. We're not going to just drop it, because they could have easily just dropped it. All these court dates, which most of them she was not at, um, really was a waste of taxpayer money. Let me see if y'all got anything else going on in here. So that's that on that. So they did agree to just, drop it and go from there. Um, it is still open. Hold on. It's still open, but hold on one second, y'all. Oh, there it is. Okay. So also, I mentioned in my previous video that it's not Olivia versus Jasmine, it's the state of Texas versus Jasmine, which they confirmed on the documentation. Um, we already know the court, we already know all of that. The information has been filed. The memorandum of agreement is what they actually filed. The agreement was entered into, and we know the date. She has to September the 10th to complete everything that was highlighted. She did agree to do anger management courses, which she will have to pay for. She also has to donate $250 to the Tarrant County Food Bank. The defendant also understands that if she does not complete it by these days, she is going to be taken into custody. Period. They will suspend the bail. She said she had got her bail back and that she's not out on bail anymore. That is not true. She is still currently considered out on bail. And if she doesn't finish this can y'all not hear me? I see Sunrose eyeballs. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me by putting a heart in the chat, please. Lord, I hope everything is okay. I see my sound indicator, but I see her eyeballs also. Let me know that y'all can hear me before I move forward. Okay, okay, good. Scared me. Okay, so I said the $250 donation to the food bank. She understands that she had to be done by September 10th, and she understands that failure to comply with any of these items, she will be taken into custody, and they'll move forward with the case. Now, that was the defendant's agreement, and it's signed right here by Jasmine. According to this, Jasmine didn't have an attorney with her. It is signed by Jasmine Dukes, and it says defendant Jasmine pro se, which means that she represented herself. She was not represented by an attorney at this particular case. The state agreed that if she does comply with everything, um, period, allowed the defendant to complete the agreement, that they won't continue a prosecution, which is now process. As long as she does what she's supposed to. They submitted the motion for dismissal of the case if the conditions are met. So as soon as she meets the conditions, she won't have to go back to court and none of the things which she said that. Um, she was somewhat honest about the things that she said, except for a few things. One of the things that she was not honest about was the fact that she said that she want all of this off her record and that it's going to come off her record. That is not true. They have agreed not to prosecute. She is still going to have an arrest record. She is still going to have the fact that she was jailed for harassment. Um, and it'll just say that the case was dismissed or null pros. That's all it's going to say. It is not going away. She claimed, I want all of this off of there like it never happened. That is grossly misfactual. As a matter of fact, after maybe 5 years or so, she'll be able to pay to have it expunged. But until that point, it'll be there. Um, and that's really all the state agreed to. Now, court costs and all of that stuff, she'll still have to cover all of that. And it says at the bottom, the state and the defendant shall indicate which of the above terms under the agreement by checking the box. The defendant shall personally initial each in the space provided above the dashed line. The attorney for the state shall initial its part of the agreement. So that was all done. And that is pretty much it. It was filed on the same date. Um, So that is pretty much it, but it will stay on her record, number one. Number two, she has to pay $250 and she's still gonna have to pay court costs. So really, they ran up in her pretty good. I've never even seen them make you donate to a food bank. I feel like they was kind of being a little petty with her. Like we gonna make you hurt here. Um Now here's the $1 million question because it seems like it's a matter of, hey Shay, let me see who else in here. Okay, I got Tracy, Sunrose, hey Kimberly, hey Queen K, hey Tate, hey Stina. Let's see who else I got. That's pretty much. Hey Nicole. Hey Osun. I think I spoke to you earlier, didn't I, Osun? A sponge is the only way to get your record cleared. It's very expensive, and that scalawag don't have no money. That is true, Tracy. And but see, she alluded to the fact on her video that I want this gone. I want it off my record. Like it never happened, as if they were going to do that. That's what she said. That's another thing I was interested in because nobody has ever had that happen before. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. Even that situation when Peach McIntyre had the eviction, they dismissed the eviction, but they didn't remove it from existence, which means they take it off the official records. And when you search, you don't see it. They did not do that. But she gives the impression that they did. And that was also what Jasmine was alluding to, as if they were going to take that away like it never existed. No. She is paying $250. She's gonna have to pay for the anger management class. That's gonna be at least be another $125. She has to have all this done by September. And if she doesn't, they are picking her up. There is no, we're going back to court. What happened? I'm gonna give you more time. No, you're going into custody because you are out on bond. Period. Point blank. So it's definitely not over. Also, the county clerk says that this is still an open and active case. So certain things aren't available. They can't give me the disposition for the whole case because it's not over. Let me see. Let me double check. Yeah. So that was pretty much it. Really, this agreement could have been done over the phone. It didn't have to be done. She really didn't have to come way down here for this, but it was required. That's why you don't mess with people out of town and you stay in your pay bracket when it comes to trying to be sinister with people. Also, the $1 million question: this person versus that person, who won? I mean, when you think about this situation, both of them lost. Well, no, actually, when you think about the situation in literal terms, Jasmine lost big time because she had to pay money. She had, and oh, she mentioned that she got her bond money back. According to this, not so much. According to this, her bond money ain't back because she's still out on bond. So why would they have given her money back? I mean, that kind of don't make sense, but it doesn't make it completely it doesn't make it completely untrue, but it still don't make no sense when you think about it. Hey Shay T, I hope you're doing well. You said long time no see. We're glad you're back, love. Yeah, I mean, she can forget the expungement, and quite frankly, it's a misdemeanor. She doesn't have anything going on in her life that it would make it worthwhile to pay that type of money if you think about it. And quite frankly, that's kind of putting the cart before the horse anyway, because this heifer, she still got to do all this stuff. Let's see. Do you think the food bank part is from watching her videos and seeing her attitude going to the food? No, Passion Lisa. Let's be honest. This is a peasy little unimportant ass case. Tarrant County ain't putting that type of effort into her. Now, the prosecuting attorney did enough research to talk to someone possibly about online beefs. But then if he, did a little research, he'll see that somebody was recently unalive because of online issues and other little things that have happened because of online issues. So with those things, um, considering those things, that's why he made her have to pay the lady. I mean, it's like that because they could have easily dismissed this with her going to jail, giving her a time served, and they didn't even have to pursue this case. They intended to make her pay. That's all this is about. We're gonna make her pay because she needs to learn her lesson. And so that's that. You know. So I don't think that they would have cared enough about what she has going on. Hey, Nicole. They had to actually watch her videos, a lot of her videos, and they saw who she really is. I don't think anybody would put that type of effort into this type of case. This case doesn't even have enough money attached to it that they would even put that type of man hours into a case like this. To be honest, Passion, they could have went. They could have seen here. They could have took 5 minutes, look at her page, and they could have seen that, oh, like this is some messy online drama, and then they just said, well, we just gonna make her pay because we don't want this to go any further. And I think that's what they did. I don't think that they put all of that time in because it's not worth that time. Yeah, Tate, right. Passion, it could be, but who knows? Courts can actually decide on what kind of recourse and restitution needs to be paid. And this is another thing y'all do have to understand, it's a grid. So even if they have personal feelings, that's like just like we were talking last night, Passion Lisa, and I was telling you, like when it comes to court, you have to leave personal out of it. That's why grids exist. They look at the offenses made and based on the grid what they'll do. Now she could have been fined up to $1,000. When it comes to the fact that she's only paying court costs plus $2,000, I mean $200 to a food bank, she got off light. But the fact that she has to pay anything is still a loss. So that's why I say it's a cuppy. Both of them kind of won, but both of them lost. She's not going to jail. She's not being convicted. But shit, she paying out probably about $400. So what do it matter that you don't have a conviction when you out of $400 that you claim you don't have anyway? That's not a win. So you have to look at it like that. They are not gonna that district attorney who's also prosecuting all type of sinister goings ons in the county. He don't have time to spend no 3 4 hours looking at her videos. Why? Hell, they born to us and we are interested in mommy vlogging. Why would they look at her stuff? Like that wouldn't make no sense. She gonna have her ass out there in that damn box, as Mimi say, running up and down the road doing DoorDash. And from the time her kids go back to school, she need to spend the whole 8 hours door dashing until she get the money because she ain't got till but September the 10th, period. Or she goes to jail, period. Hey, Nikisha. Nicole, did I speak to you? Um, I say that Liv lost simply because she doesn't have a conviction on record. But when you think about it, Liv really didn't lose because Liv don't care. That was a at the moment thing. She was mad, she filed the charges, and she went on about her business. That's why she made no effort to try to be a part of this case. That girl don't care. So, but still, she got over on the girl because Jasmine's still dealing with this. Jasmine is paying, and Liv went on. So I guess if you look at it from that aspect, she really didn't lose much. But she didn't get a full conviction if she cares. That would be a loss. But quite frankly, Jasmine just eating this up every which way but loose. Like it just is what it is. And that's why you don't write checks for yourself that your behind can't cash. She ain't had no business online threatening that girl, her mama, and them kids because, this thing went further than she expected it to. And what happened? She can't pay. She'll be on her bathroom floor crying and begging soon. Probably will. Just Jasmine just had to know that people were going to pull the receipts on this case and get on her and lie about the outcome in certain parts as well. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, Tate. I don't feel like Jasmine lied, and let me tell you why. I feel like Jasmine is just ignorant enough that she don't realize that she's not getting what she wants. I think she's that slow. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think that she knows that she got a null pros. I don't think that she understands that a memorandum of agreement for Tarrant County is synonymous to a plea bargain. They agreed not to prosecute you if you do said things. That's still a plea bargain because the thing is, the case is not closed. If she was dismissed, they would have closed it, period, at that moment. Judge signed off on everything. The judge signed this document saying that you're going to do these things or we're going to pick you up. That's what the judge said. That's his signatures on this paper. So I don't think she's smart enough to realize that it's that serious. I think she really was sitting on there thinking that she knew what she was talking about, and that's so sad for her. But I think it really was what it was. So yeah. We have free or low cost ways to get expunged in North Carolina. They do seminars at our church. Well, I don't know about that, but what I do know is why would she even worry about getting expunged when she has to pay $250 to the Tarrant County Food Bank? She can't even do it at home or get somebody to sign a piece of paper saying she's doing, like, it's no way around. Her mother cannot help her out unless she giving her the $250. She's gonna have to pay her own daggone court costs. Did say she was pro se as if she didn't have an attorney. I mean, that's what the papers say. Now, I know she mentioned that she had an attorney and um all the things, but that's what the papers say, as if she didn't have one. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what it say. The only way I would know is to look at the previous court dates and see if she signed something or the attorney signed something. So that's what it says. All is well. I had a change with my schedule, so I have to go to bed at night during the weeks. Got it. Right. She better quit that shit. It ain't even funny no more. Hey, Mocha. If I miss speaking to anybody, hey girl, hey. Nicole, that's what I wanna I wanna do. I think you're meant. And who are these so-called content creators IT was speaking about? Yeah, she mentioned in her video that the somebody went asking um content creators what they should do. I don't believe that. Why would he put the time and effort into this case? If he really was gonna put that type of effort in, he would have did more as far as adjudicating her. Cause she could have had up to $1,000 fine. You know? Jazz hasn't learned her lesson. She is still yapping her lips online. Well, I just hope she don't have to face the music on another situation. Number one, no time soon. And because if she gets in trouble again during while this case is still active, they can recant that memorandum of agreement. They don't have to go through with it. Hey, Ebony Locks, talking about kids don't count. I'm a heifer. You wanted to know where them kids went to school at. She did say that. My understanding was she threatened them. She doesn't understand that although this is a memorandum of agreement, which they're saying we agree to the terms of this in the state, I mean, in the county of Tarrant, state of Texas, it's the same as a plea bargain. And she say it's dismissed. If it was dismissed, she wouldn't have to do nothing. She is got to do what she has to do, or they're gonna take her into custody. Period. And I really think that that's what she is. What they just said, a big walk and done. She don't realize that she took an agreement and that if she does not do her part, she's going to jail. It's no let's work out something else and oh, will you please just do this as if it don't matter. That's how she presented it, as if, it don't matter. Jasmine will be on here for a begathon so she can get the money to pay for her court costs, amongst other things. Now, for the court costs, they may give her time for that. They may put her on supervision and allow her time to pay her court costs. But the main thing she has to do is pay that 250 to the Tarrant County Food Bank, and she's got to do anger management, which that could be anywhere. Let's look that up. Anger management classes. Look at prices. Anger management classes can vary from $25 for shorter online classes to upwards of $200 for individual in person sessions. Now, let's look at this document again. Did it specify which one that she had to do? She has to take an anger management course. That's all it says. Online courses, yeah. Group classes typically fall between $20 and $50 per session. So I mean, she could probably get that done with a $60 fee. So that's not too bad. That 250, that's what's gonna run up in her, and then court costs. I'm not recommending expunge for Jazz, just saying there are ways. I just want people to know they can do, don't give up because of cost. Yeah, but I mean, to me, expungement ain't even no conversation because she ain't even did what she got to do to get the court. I mean, the case disposition. That's number one. And then number two, why this is a misdemeanor harassment cases. 2 years from she don't have a job. She ain't trying to get a job worth substance. What would be the purpose of expunging it? We know it happened. The arrest record is there. You see what I'm saying? So it really would be a waste of resources to even worry about expungement, especially at this point. Now down the road, she may decide to work outside the home or things of that nature, and that's where that stuff comes from. I mean, that's true, D. She should have been angry at her baby daddy, but she not. I mean, what can you say? I'm sure they do, Nicole. Now that I think about it, they probably do. But still, she could still probably find a decent anger management class for $50. I'm assuming she's still DoorDash, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't looked. The last video that I saw she posted, she was door dashing though. Yeah, she was. She's trying to be a teacher and she says she doesn't want it on her record. Well, I don't see how she's trying to be a teacher sitting in her house. I don't see how she's trying to be a teacher when the only thing we see her do is go to the gym and DoorDash. So I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't know. I mean, if she is, hey, I wish her all the luck. If she does go and apply for a job next month, like she said, she will need this handle. I don't know if she can get a teaching job with this because harassment is a considered a violent offense. I don't understand why she won't take a good work from home job and have a great and that has great benefits because she don't want to. I mean, that's really the easiest way to say she don't want to work at home job. She don't. Well, if she does decide to be a teacher for like PE or something like that, the fact that she still gets out there and try to play and do this, that, and the third, I mean, in that respect, she could, benefit. That's all I really got to say on that one. Passionately say a PE teacher, I wouldn't trust anything else. Yeah, that's the only thing that she really needs to do. She's not really accredited to do anything else. Not to mention even a rec. Now she can go be a substitute teacher, but with this record, I don't know if they'll allow her to be around kids. Plus, it's a fresh record. The school that she got her degree at is no longer accredited at this time, but at the time that she received her degree, it was accredited. So, yeah, but I mean, a kinesiology degree is tantamount to a PE teacher at this point. Like, she ain't really doing nothing with that. I'm just being honest. Hey, I mean, I don't wish no bad on the chick. So if she chooses to be a teacher and she can make that work, kudos for her. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got no personal dog in that fight. I hope that she does what she has to do to take care of her children. I do hope that. And that's all I really got today ain't gonna say. I mean, if you guys have not had the opportunity to hit that like button, please do so. Now you about right, Kimberly. Now I can get behind that statement. She want to find somebody to go half on them bills. That's what Jasmine wants. She doesn't really want to be out there. A lot of women aspire when they get older to be in a relationship and have a man lead the way. That's why she was so happy with Philip when she was with Philip because he was leading the way. That's why she didn't care what he was doing outside. Long as he was bringing money home to pay bills, she was okay with that. She really was. She just wanted somebody to pay the bills. I'm go- I'm gonna need Olivia to pay her back child support. She done. Child. You can cancel Christmas on that. That girl ain't studying that child support or them kids at this point. This picture that's on the screen, nope, she did not get that from me. Nope. Well, I haven't even relaunched my store as of yet, so she can't get nothing from me. And when I do relaunch, we're gonna be sundresses, t-shirts, and swimsuits. That's it. Child. You know what? I could see Jasmine doing that, Nicole. And the reason I could see her doing it is so she could be away from the kids. But ain't nobody gonna keep them doggone kids for Jasmine. Now, she got, Philip with the four, but Polo, uh that little one she got at home, she'll have to take him on the road with her. Okay, love. Thank you, Cancer. And you be safe on that road. Do you think Jazz would be back with Philip if he wasn't with Hannah? She never wanted to break up with him, but she took the breakup with Philip way better than she took the breakup with Chris, because she didn't really make many changes once he broke up with her. But when Chris broke up, honey, she went and tried to lose every pound she had. Right, Sharon. The case is not dismissed. They did let me know that this is still an active, open case. If it was, she wouldn't have to do what she said she has to do. Correct. 252, the Tarrant County Food Bank, and anger management is what she has to do. Also, whatever court calls that came from this, it will be her responsibility as well. Period. Yeah, he was with both of them before he went, and that's why Hannah got offline, because people was dogging her because she was cheating with that man, knowing that he was with Jazz, and she didn't care. And when people start calling her a hoe and this, that, and the third, she ain't like that. But it was what it was, girl. You knew what it was, and you knew it before y'all wanted to start telling y'all business. That's why you don't have no dirt in your closet. It ain't gonna fall out if it ain't in there. I'm working on the relaunch now, actually. Once I get it relaunched, the first teas that we're gonna feature, I will be advertising them over here as well. Hey, Mira. Well, girl, you go on and take him, honey. You can't shape his head. That's about over. But you could probably teach him a lot of things. You're gonna have to wash that doggone blanket every day. We went over the documentation from Jazz's court case. Just saying what was versus what was not. She said the case is dismissed. It's not. We talked about what she has to do. About the fact that she pretty much kind of took a plea bargain in Tarrant County, Texas. A memorandum of agreement is synonymous to a plea bargain. The only difference is a plea bargain. There is punishment involved. In this instance, she has to give $250 to the Tarrant County Food Bank. She does have to do anger management classes. She is going to have to pay her court costs. If she completes all of that by September the 10th, they will now pros her and not prosecute the case and close the case. It is not coming off of her record as she said it was. Um, After several years, she may be able to expunge, but as of right now, it will be there. And that's pretty much it. So she wasn't really too far off on what she said. It was just a few minor details that she was kind of incorrect about. But even with that, I don't really feel like she realized she was wrong. I think she really think that what she told us is what it is. And it's sad to say, but I really believe that. I don't think she was trying to lie this time. Well, wherever he is, I know where he ain't, and that's with her. Child, Chris ain't got no business right, and I hope not the gall to talk about nobody weight with his big booty. And don't get me wrong, some people, I mean, when you care about somebody and they body change, it usually does not mean that you stop caring about them, but it was a lot that Jasmine didn't do. Like Chris was into uh Medusa Gotti. She was a hardworking woman. She has some business about herself. She was independent. She took care of herself. Um that's what he liked. Jasmine talked a good game. She sold him on social media as if they could really be something. And when he saw the backlash that happens from social media, he was very turned off about it. He asked her to please stop publicizing me on your channel. He wasn't really about that. She wouldn't do it. So she turned him off to her. I don't think that'll ever change. Not he'll never be even if he dealt with her again for what he could get out of it, I don't feel it'll be what she wants. Like he'll never be back in the home and in love or whatever. It'll never be that. Girl, you been sipping over there, passion. Cause Chabu. I'ma say I hope not D if you're referring to her stomach been like that. She just ain't got no boobs. So I don't think she is. And I'm just gonna leave it at that because I haven't even seen anything with her alluding to being pregnant. But I haven't been over there either, D. I'm trying to figure out how they have somebody on Medicaid and food stamps paying 1,000 for child support. These men out here paying $100 for 4 and 5 kids. That's a good point. Now, who are we talking about? Are you talking about Liv? Child, well, you ain't gonna get the baby because he ain't letting that blanket go. She did act like like it was all about her and what she wanted. Could you at least take anger management? Girl, bye. They had that on their damn paper before they even showed it to her. That's probably how they grid them cases. He do cry too much, Nicole. That would wreck my nerves. Why does she have to pay the food bank? That's what they required of her. I mean, period, point blank. That's what they asked of her. That's a part of her. Basically, that's a part of her. I guess, for lack of a better way to say it, plea agreement. That's what they want her to do. So she's gonna have to do that. Me, Passion Lisa. Um, I don't place my commercials. Um, myself. What I do is I go into my studio. I'll go to my live setup and I turn on monetization, which is on. And then you can go into your control room and you can go to monetization in your control room and you can tell it like let YouTube insert mid rolls for you, which is recommended. And it's insert mid rolls add manually, or you can choose how mid rolls appear. And you make the decision. Mine are manual. I mean, mine are YouTube because that's what they recommend. So I didn't do anything particular there. Oh, hold on. Let me turn that. I can't now. If you go into your studio, you can delay ads. You can insert an ad. Like if I wanted one to be inserted right now, I could hit the plus button. I can hit pause to pause them for a period of time. So I'm gonna hit pause if it's too many of them. Yeah, I see one now on the other side. But yeah, that's what I do. Passion girl, that bubonic plague piece of material needs to go to the CDC and be set ablaze. You say Chris do got them cakes, Stina. You crazy girl. Let's be honest. Chris' preference is not black women. He said that from the beginning. So for him to stay with Jasmine and really feel like he was in a prosperous relationship, she would have had to bring something to the table like pretty awesome. But quite frankly, Chris is the type of dude that he asks for way more than he gives anyway. I mean, he ain't the worst looking person I've seen, but I don't see what all the fuss was about. Miss Cheeks, her child support was based off her social media income then, not now. Oh, y'all talking about Liv. Liv should have went to court and requested a reduction showing what her true income was based on her bank statement. Also, she should have showed them that she's paying rent on her own instead of being on subsidy, and that may have helped her. But see, she don't sit here and allow all of that back pay to accumulate. As long as it continues to accumulate, she has to pay that. She is liable for that. And when I say that will go as far as her social security at the age of 60, they gonna try to get that until she take her last breath. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna do that. Once my channel gets a little bit more stable and is providing you know, more of an income, I'm gonna take my ads off. But I pay for so much stuff already. I really don't want to incur any more debt from this channel when it's, I'm not making a whole lot here, to be honest. So that's that. But anyway, do you guys have any additional questions? We went over the fact that she's a null pros. They just choosing not to prosecute her as long as she does what they ask. Now let's answer this question. Is a null pros the same as dismiss? Because that's what she said. Null pros is not exactly the same as a dismissal, though both end the criminal case. A null pros meaning not to wish to prosecute is a prosecutor's decision to drop charges without prejudice, which means they can come back later and prosecute if they want, but they can refile later. A dismissal, on the other hand, can be the court's decision at the end of the case, often with prejudice, which means it's over. Like it's nothing else they can do. They cannot refile nothing. If that is what she had, she would not have to do the things that they are doing. A null pros means that we will not prosecute as long as you do these things in lieu of prosecution. That's what she got. Who what you mean? Okay, Nicole. If you guys ever have anything you'd like me to take a look at, yeah, just send it over. You can look in my description. I have an email that you can send stories to. And if you follow me on Instagram, you can definitely reach out to me there. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't just because, okay, this girl is not playing no games, and I ain't about that life. I'm not about putting myself at risk because I have children to take care of, and I'm not gonna play with their disposition like that. Good night, D. You say, y'all be sure if y'all are leaving to hit that like button for me, please. But yeah, I wouldn't even put my kids' home life at risk like that. So if I was her, I wouldn't. Excuse me, I wouldn't do anything. So, but yeah, we pretty much went over everything. We went over the fact that of what happened. We went over the court documents. Let me look at this document and see if this is something I can. Now, what I'll probably do is put this on my community wall after I cover up all the signatures and cover up the case number, because there's nothing else really on there proprietary that would be considered exposing. So I'll go ahead once I redact it. I will post it for you guys so that y'all can see it. But thank y'all so very much for coming and checking me out at such a short notice. When I got the document, I immediately just went live. I did not, post and wait a while. I just went ahead and wanted to go over it because it wasn't a lot of information anyway. So I just wanted to be sure to get that information out to you guys. I do still have the documents from Keontae and Tanea. Y'all can let me know if y'all want that. Hers is 18 pages. So we'll probably do that tomorrow. Also, look for a late night video. I will probably put up one more video today. I usually try to do 2 a day just because my channel is small and I want to make a certain amount of views each day. So, y'all, please, if y'all have not done so, hit the like button on here. And be sure y'all hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so y'all can be notified when your girl upload. I need y'all to do that for me. And let's get this bad boy to 2K. We definitely not there yet, but yeah, y'all be sure to like and share. Thank you, Tracy. Thanks, guys, for checking this out. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, yeah, and subscribe before you go. Thank you, Sunrose. I really appreciate that love. And I need that love over here. I'll see you guys in the next one.
She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I get smoked already so hard in my blunt is. I see guys' pretty faces, so I got trouble trusting. But I let my guard down for you. Said I'll put my guard down for you. Said I'll be vulnerable, so you can break my heart if you want to. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. No crib, talk come through, it's time to break it in. 32 like my penny size, cause the niggas try breaking it. No condo, say your name at the front. You can stay if you want. It's been one of those nights I ain't had in a minute. It's been a minute, had the poppers from the recreate the feeling. But it's never the same as the first time we did it. First time we did it, but I let my guard down for you. Said I'll put my guard down for you. Said I'll be vulnerable, so you can break my heart.